A rural girl was feeding chickens when she suddenly discovered a gold bar hidden in the chicken feed. She immediately asked whose gold bar it was. Her companions advised her to stay quiet, saying the chairman, being the richest man in the world, wouldn't miss such a small amount of money and suggested she keep it for herself. Unlike her companions, the girl did not secretly keep the gold bar. Instead, when the chairman arrived, she voluntarily handed the gold bar over to him. The chairman pretended to be shocked and asked if anyone else had found a gold bar. Seeing everyone else remain silent, the chairman ordered valuable jewelry to be brought and gifted to the girl. It turned out the gold bars were a test to gauge the honesty of those he had sponsored. Now, he knew the girl was the most honest. He decided she should marry his grandson. To repay the chairman for funding her education, the girl agreed to marry his grandson. With this, she brought a chicken to a karaoke bar to meet the grandson. When she saw a man whose height and appearance matched the chairman's description, she was certain the CEO was the one she was supposed to marry. However, the CEO thought she was a scammer and angrily wanted to teach her a lesson. Unexpectedly, the chicken she brought ran loose. As the girl tried to catch the chicken, she lost her balance and fell onto the CEO. The CEO immediately felt his body heat up. Realizing the drink he had just consumed had been spiked, he begged the girl to help him detoxify. The girl didn't refuse, and within just a minute of meeting, the two shared an intimate encounter. Afterward, the CEO still saw the girl as someone after his wealth. He threw her a bank card with $5 million and told her to take the money and leave. The girl explained she wasn't after his money and intended to leave since he didn't want to marry her. At that moment, the chairman called and scolded the CEO, insisting that since he had been with the girl, he must marry her to protect the family's reputation. The CEO had no choice but to drag the girl to take wedding photos. Even after getting the marriage certificate, he still believed the girl and his grandfather had conspired to deceive him. After the wedding, the CEO gave the girl a contact number. When the girl took his phone, she received a text message showing her bank account balance was $0. She immediately called her mother to ask why. Her mother revealed she had used the $4,000 meant for the girl's college tuition to buy a gaming console for her brother. She then warned the girl to return home and marry someone else quickly so they could use the bride price to pay for her brother's wedding. After hanging up, the girl asked the CEO to lend her $4,000 for tuition. The CEO misunderstood, thinking she was asking for $4 million. Further confirming his suspicion that she was working with his grandfather. He demanded that she move into a dorm as soon as the semester started. For over a month after their marriage, the CEO avoided coming home to avoid her. Meanwhile, the girl, raised in a rural area, thought it was a waste not to raise chickens and ducks in such a large villa. She uprooted the flowers and plants the CEO had nurtured for 3 years, raised chickens and ducks in the villa, used the expensive curtains to dry sausages, and even pickled vegetables in antique vases meant for auction. This series of actions enraged the CEO, prompting him to return home to confront her. To his surprise, the grandfather praised the girl's behavior, and happily pushed for them to live together and have children quickly. Suddenly, the girl felt nauseous. She went to the bathroom and took a pregnancy test, confirming she was pregnant. Not knowing what to do, she heard the CEO urgently knocking on the bathroom door, accusing her of spending his money recklessly. Little did he know that the designer clothes she wore were gifts from his grandfather. The grandfather instructed the CEO to take the girl to school, but the CEO, disgusted by how she had dirted his bedroom, insisted on cleaning and disinfecting it thoroughly, and ordered her